Hello, friends. Mortgage Mark. This episode this week is going to be based on those young people. I don't even know what they're called, but I know Gen Z's in there, but even younger to some degree. But it's amazing. Stay tuned, and here's why I say all this. Let me share my screen. So, sharing the screen. Here we go. All right, guys. First of all, rates. Let's get that out of the way. They've gone up. The 30-year, according to the Mortgage News Daily, I just pulled this 6.7. It's kind of the average 30-year fixed. That's the average for where they are, but it shows it in the charts as well. Remember, guys, down, that's not good. It means higher rates. Green is good. So what you can see is these last 2 days, we started lower and finished higher, but we're still lower day over day. So again, there's a lot of reasons, but at this point, I think rates are going to sit here and hover kind of where they have been for the next month until a big inflation report comes out. I do think ultimately we will see lower rates in our future. But for the time being, we're looking at higher rates. And I think we may be sitting at these levels here for the next couple of weeks. So we'll see. All right. So this is the one thing that's not related to the young people. I just saw this and thought I'd share. Plano has put a 1-year ban on new short-term rentals, Airbnb, VRBO, stuff like Verbo, I think is what you're supposed to say. So I just thought that was interesting. The ban starts mid-May. I know there's a lot of push for this because it's, the signs I've seen around my neighborhood is, and I live in Dallas, but it's, homes, not hotels. So there you go, throwing that out there. All right, let's talk inventory and let's talk young people. If you don't know it, and I realize who's watching this, mostly realtors and builders. If you don't know this, inventory is tight. We've literally seen examples right now of homes. Somebody, I think last week, I may have even told you, a 380 purchase price. Somebody put in an offer for 430, and they were the 5th highest out of 19. So this has been a common theme. I've been hearing this more and more. The people are starting to fight again for homes. It is getting back to the crazy days. And why? Inventory is down. Here's new construction. Check it out. All you need to know is month over month, the permits are going down. The completions are down 10%, meaning that there just aren't that many homes hitting the market, and there's still a very big demand needed. All right, so here's all the young people stuff, right? So these Gen Zs, millennials, whatever it is, the quiet quitting, this is the part we need to just make sure we're educating our clients. So you see articles like this where somebody makes 120 grand a year, but they can't afford anything, right? So this is the headline they see. This, it's on their TikTok video. Guys, that's not entirely true. These folks, if I'm not mistaken, when I read the article a couple of days ago, it's in like San Francisco. I get it. It sucks to live in San Francisco from a home price standpoint, but this isn't Dallas, Texas. This isn't, some of the other parts of the country where you can still find affordable homes. Here's another one where this is good for this gal too, right? She's got 640,000 followers. She's a real estate agent, and I forget what her age was, but she's super young. And here's a stat that blew me away. 30% of Gen Zers who were 25 years old owned a home in 2022. 30% of 25-year-olds owned a home in 2022. So I'm not a Gen Zer, guys. I'm a Gen Xer. But the millennials, 28%, and Gen X for the 27. So in other words, these Gen Zers own more homes by percentage wise than anybody else has in recent decades. So these young people can afford houses. They are buying houses. This is the stat I would share. So that to me blew me away, and it's right there in bold. I should have highlighted it. Sorry, right in the middle of the page. 30% of Gen Zers at the age of 25 owned a home in 2022. That's wild to me. So here's the other thing, quiet quitting. You guys heard that, right? Like people quiet quitting, then you just, don't do anything at your job and you just suck instead of actually like getting fired. The movie Office Space, by the way, fabulous movie, same thing in premise. But quiet quitting, now they're talking about quiet selling as well. People with 3.3% interest rates don't want to sell their homes right now. I get it. I do. But at the end of the day, people are saying, well, I don't want to buy because I'm waiting for the house prices to come down. Well, because of the quiet sellers who are not selling their homes, look at the inventory. Look at the graph on the right, guys. By the way, 62% of people say it's a good time to sell, and only 23% say it's a good time to buy. Look at this inventory. Look at the red line on the very bottom. That's 2023, the chart on the right, 2023. Check out the new listings for homes. Look at that. I mean, that is shockingly lower than where we've been. And you can see the purple line, the big dip, right? Purple line, we were crushing it. We were doing great. 2020 started off to be a great year. Lots of homes, lots of activity, and then COVID. But check it out, the red projection, and I don't see that red catching up anytime soon. As I just showed you a couple slides before, builders are not building as much. So guess what? Supply and demand. Let's go to our Econ 101, right? When there's people that want to buy homes and there's not as many, prices go up. I talked to too many people right now that say, well, I'm waiting for prices to come down. Dude, I don't know when they're going to come down. So educate your people. Where do 18 to 24-year-olds live? With parents. Shockingly, over 50% live with their parents. Okay, not shocking. I get if you're 18, 19, 20, maybe. But even the 21, 22, 23, 24, like, when you're drinking, when you're drinking age, these folks are still at home partying with mom and dad. And then 14% is living with relatives. So when you figure that is a staggering amount of people that are out there doing that. Yet, as we just saw, 30% of 25-year-olds own homes. So that is just amazing to me. So there's still a huge potential of people growing up. They're going to be buying. Again, goes back to supply and demand. So here's off the young people stuff. This is just call it a public service, call it self-serving here for refis. The reality is, guys, you got these. This is what may change people's quiet selling is if they need or want to refinance. People, the home equity is now the largest it's ever been, right? People have more equity in their homes than ever. But also, conversely, they also have some of the highest credit card debt ever. So the point we want to make, and I'm not going to get into the numbers, but ask yourself this question. If you or somebody, family member, friend, coworker who just has a lot of credit card debt or may have financial troubles, look at doing a cash out, because it's not how much interest you pay. It's not your interest rate on your home, right? It's how much interest you pay in life. So yes, going from a 3.75 in this example to 6.5, that's not ideal from a mortgage standpoint. But if it pays off a whole bunch of bad debt and resets things in life, it can save you thousands of dollars. Literally, the biggest one I've seen was $3,000 a month swing. So again, refis, as rates come down, it's going to be a big thing. If you guys know somebody that has some debt they want to get rid of, it's a good time to do it. Lastly, if they don't want to wait for debt, maybe they wait for their parents to kick the bucket, because apparently baby boomers are expected to transfer $30 trillion to younger generations. So all these people living in the mom and dad's basement, apparently they're going to inherit somewhere around $30 trillion from these baby boomers. So good for them, good for us. Lastly, guys, get social, right? Share, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Let us know what we can do to help you if you got any questions. And as always, we really appreciate you. I'm just blown away by those young people. Good for them. If you're a Gen Zer and watching this, kudos. Go be a homeowner. Bye, guys.